So while I was looking into like Scientology and religion,
Mhm.
could you what is like the perspective of Christianity in the Church of Scientology?
Well, so Scientology, this is how I'd probably explain that is that Scientology exists as its own set of philosophy that is applied to life. If somebody is a Christian and they want to continue being Christian, because there is no concept in Scientology, there's no monotheistic concept in Scientology of a God in a way that it should be worshipped or something like that. There are 8
Mm-hmm.
dynamics. I don't know if you've read about those in terms of there's the self and the family and your group, and above that you've got mankind, you've got living things, and the physical universe and the spiritual universe, and the urge to survive as infinity or through infinity.
Mm-hmm.
That the definition of that and what that encompasses is really left up to the person. It's a really personal thing. One's relationship to the infinite, and that's it's not actually prescribed, and it's actually specifically not prescribed in Scientology. And I think that's one of the reasons why folks can come from whatever their religious background is and find something that they either entirely embrace Scientology and they're not a Christian, or they decide that Christianity doesn't make much sense to them, or never did, or doesn't anymore, or whatever. And it's never our desire to go and convert somebody, say, hey, I want you to give up Christianity or give up Islam or something like that. That's not our point. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever say that ever, because it's not the point. And so and but in terms of our view of Christianity, um,
Mm-hmm.
so that and there's an essay I could probably point you at, which is a really nice kind of a summary of this that Mr. Hubbard wrote when he was talking about his feeling about other religious groups, but basically we tend to ally with them a lot more than anything else, just because the things that other religious groups are trying to do is the same as us. They're trying to civilize. They're trying to put a moral code out there and give the stability of a moral code. If there's one thing that you get from a religion, most of them have a very similar or analogous moral code, where you're just trying to, like, okay, don't murder folks, don't be adulterous, keep your word, do unto others as you would have them do to you, like things like that. And there are versions of that in most faiths, and I appreciate that, and usually find parallels with most other faiths, and find other people pretty easy to talk to in that case, unless they're hardcore and don't want to listen to, there's only one true God, and I don't want to hear anything else is blasphemy, blah blah blah, sort of a thing. In which
Mm-hmm.
case, it's kind of tough to talk to folks like that.
So do you believe in reincarnation?
Well, I do, in the fact that I do believe that I am not only here living this one life. That I've got a body. This body's going to live whatever it lives, and then it's going to die, and then I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
go off and do something else. And but Whether the rituals or specifics of reincarnation, I don't necessarily have any concrete beliefs there, because there's again, that's not really specified in Scientology. It's not something that's something that you read stuff, you do auditing, and and it's what makes sense to you in that case is kind of what's real to you. It's not something that you're going to say, well, if you don't do this, then next time you're going to be reincarnated as a pig. There's no thing like that. There's no there's
Mm-hmm.
no there's no dogma or theology in Scientology that talks about that.
So could you explain the process of when you lose your body, your mind is still intact, and how does it transfer? Like, does it transfer into what happens between the transfer between your body and, I mean, your mind and a new body? I'm not really sure about it. Like, it's the part I'm really confused on. Like, when your mind lives on, right? Correct?
Right. I mean, I think the easiest way, if I was going to go and make some kind of an analogy of the way that Scientology approaches it, it'd be kind of like if you got a car and a driver, and the driver is going to get
Mhm.
out at some point. Driver enters at some point, and the driver gets out at some point.
Mhm.
And a driverless car, most people would agree, is not moving, is not going to go. So a driverless body is in most cases dead. If the person
Mhm.
has left the building, then he's left. But in terms of what then happens, and mechanically, how do you go about going in and searching for a new body, or entering a new body, or something like that? That's again, that's not something that's a focus of Scientology. It's not something is a thing that you're going to read up on, and find out all about, and how to select the right body, and how to select the right parents, or something. That's not a thing that's a part of the religion.